Good morning. So getting stuck in this traffic already. I forget what time it was. This here is just a driving video. Still had some driving left to do. I think I must have had about I don't know about maybe 700 miles to go before I get to where I need to go, which I can't remember just right now. Like I said, this was filmed sometime last week, but I'm still gonna try to get as much as I can in, at least some footage. Every day, man. Every day I think about this, man. I just think, you know, being in debt makes you a slave. That's why I just keep thinking about that. No, that's something that I just can't do, man. I can't do that. I can't go down that route. I can't be a slave, to debt. Like they say, man, you're a slave to the lender. If you borrow money or whatever, you become a slave to the lender. And it's like, I don't know, man. I understand that everyone is different. Everyone's lives are different. I watch a lot of videos about people, struggling, um, credit card debt and all this other stuff. Some people, no, they may not have an interest in buying up everything that they see. Some people, have medical issues, or they got family members that have medical issues, kids and stuff, and they gotta, put all of their, medicine and getting different treatments and stuff like that on credit cards because the insurance that they got don't cover everything. It's so messed up, man. It really is, man. It's messed up, man. No, and then you become a slave to that money, man. It's like you're not trying to do it, but it what happens, man. It what happens. You know, I mean, being out here on the road, being a truck driver, eating this food. I'm on my way now to go up here and get some McDonald's, man. You know that ain't no good, man. No, but I don't. I try to eat something. You know, I try to limit how much junk that I do eat. But no, that's all that's out here, man. And when your health start going down and you gotta take all these different medications and go to the doctor in the hospital, and then you might have to have surgery and all that. It can add up because the insurance ain't gonna cover everything. It's all about profit anyway. That's what it's all about, man. So it's like, man, this it don't make a lot of sense, man. It just be throwing me off. So I try to do what I can right now to just not get myself caught up in nothing, man. That's what I try not to do, not get caught up in nothing. Try to keep my bills low, and just try to do what I can and try to stay as healthy as I can. Yes, I know. Like I said, eating this McDonald's trash ain't helping none. You gotta eat something, man. I gotta eat something. I eat apples. I eat apples. I drink a lot of water. But beyond that, man, it's rough, man. It really is. Cause I don't want to be in debt, man. I really don't. I like being free. You being caught up with these jobs. It forces you to work. Matter of fact, I seen a video where someone was talking about that. It forces you to work. When you have a bunch of debt that you got to pay, you got to get up and go to work and pay that. Because if you don't, then the bank's gonna be calling you. They might try to take you to court and garnish your wages and do it and put liens on your house and all this. If you got a house, and it becomes messed up, man. It becomes too messed up. That dude kept looking over. You saw that camera. I saw it, boy. That be funny as hell to me, man. It's like people don't want to be on camera, but then they'll look at you while you got a camera on your head. That's funny as hell, boy. But yeah, though, man. I mean, that's just the way it is, man. I ain't trying to be part of that. I ain't trying to get caught up in that. I've been down this road before. I've been in debt before. Credit card debt, auto loan debt. I never had no medical bills or no mortgage or not, or student loans or anything like that. But I have had credit card debt and mortgage debt. And I don't have no credit card debt no more. All that's been paid off. I'm straight. I got 4 credit cards and all of them at zero. And that's exactly the way I like it. You know, when you don't have, no issues or anything like that, naturally when you work, they try to encourage you to go out and spend money. They want you to take vacations. They want you to treat yourself. Got that old TV that still works? Go out and buy another one. Even though ain't nothing wrong with the one that you got, just get another one. That's another $1,000 right there, 1,500, whatever. Depending on type of fridge, TV you get. I said fridge. That's how it is, man. America encourages you to go out and spend money. That's what they encourage you to do. Even when you ain't got no money, they still encourage you to go out and spend money. No, that's the way it is, man. I'm just tired of it, man. All this consumerism, just buying junk. Just buying junk, getting more and more in debt, man. Man, you don't know how often I think about it. I think about that every single day, boy. Every day, boy. That's all I think about. I could care less about these banks, man. They don't mean nothing to me. I don't care if they go out of business. I don't care about none of these CEOs. None of that. None of that, man. Yeah, I'm stopping at another Love's. This like quite a few many hours later. I can't remember how many hours went past. Maybe about 5 6 hours later. Stopped in here and got me something to eat out of here too. Some Arby's, man. A chicken sandwich. See what I mean? Oh boy, man. I don't know, man. It's I'm constantly thinking of ways what I can do because you got. Here's the thing, man. Like I said before, man. Everything I talk about on this channel pertains to me and me alone. It may sound like I'm maybe giving advice to other people. I mean, I could care less whether you take this, what I'm saying, as advice or not. I don't care, man. All I'm doing is just putting it out there. That's it. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just voicing my opinion like everybody else. That's all I'm doing, man. I ain't doing nothing else but just voicing my opinion. If you don't like it, you ain't gotta listen to it. Makes me no difference. No, but for the people out there that maybe, I don't know, maybe they want to hear it. The information is there. You know, you can take with it as you want. No, but like I said, man, it's just being in debt, man. Everybody out here trying to make a living for themselves, take care of themselves, take care of their families, and that's cool, man. But man, it's almost like it's at the expense of where you got to get yourself in debt. You become a slave to that. So many people working jobs that they hate. They can't quit. There ain't no guarantees they gonna find another job. If they do, job probably paying less money. Or if it is paying more, it's way out somewhere. They gotta drive like 1,000 miles away just to, make something. And they may not want to do that. So a lot of people end up stuck wherever they at. And they have to just deal with it. They gotta pay these bills and stuff like that, man. I've gotten credit cards where I owe like say 1,500, and then you pay the minimums. It might take you about maybe 10 years to pay that off, man. If all you paying is the minimums, because the interest is so high. 10 years to pay back $1,500, man. By the time you get done, you can probably gave them like maybe 35, $4,000. No, that's the way it is, man. They might even still continue to up your credit limit. You might have a $3,000 credit limit, but they keep upping it. They went from 3,000 to 4,000, 4,000 to 6,000 or 6,500. It's like that's crazy, man. I remember situations where I had a credit card when my very first credit card I got was from Capital One, and it had a $300 limit on it. Now they never raised it, but eventually I ended up getting another credit card from Chase that had a $5,000 limit on it. And I ended up getting in some trouble with that credit card. It had a $5,000 limit, but I owe 6,000 on it. Don't ask me how that happened. It's a long story behind that, man. But I owe $6,000 on a $5,000 credit limit credit card. And I didn't pay it. This is about 15, 20 years ago almost. And I didn't want to pay it. I'm like, man, I ain't about to pay that. Thinking that it's all sweet, thinking they gonna forget about. Hell no, they ain't gonna forget about that. Boy, they end up taking me to court and all that, man. They didn't garnish my wages, but I had no other choice but to pay them. I think $130 a month, and I had to pay that for about. Well, they scheduled me to pay it for 5 years, but I was able to pay back that 5,000. Well, actually, it was less than that because they kept making adjustments and stuff like that. And in the end, I think all I owed was about 3 grand. So it took me about 4 years to pay back that 3 grand, even though I originally owed 6,000. But like I said, they kept making adjustments, and because when this happened during that 2008 market crash. So in a way, even though I made a mistake, it kind of worked out in my favor to where I didn't have to pay back as much money. Because a lot of these banks they was getting bailouts and all this other stuff. So but this video is pretty much over with. You see I pulled into this Love's here. Couldn't find nowhere to park except right up front where that truck is. So I parallel parked. Yeah, parallel parked in that thing, man. Look at that. Easy smeezy. I'll catch you in the next one.